Welcome back to the show, guys. That's Tristan. I'm Galen, and this is Profound Nonsense. Today's episode is going to be focused around animated movies for the first half, and then the second half is going to be our reviews for 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. I'm excited for this one. I feel like we both have a lot to say about
I got a lot to say about
Bone
that movie.
Temple.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, and we haven't talked about animated movies yet, so I honestly don't know your opinions about that many animated movies. So I'm curious to hear your takes on some of that stuff. So
I want
let's
to preface a lot of these movies that we're going to talk about. I probably haven't seen in a long time, but I have emotions for them regardless. I just don't remember
I feel like
my
that's what
conviction.
I feel like that's what animated movies are kind of good for, is like you don't watch them all the time, but you watched them all the time as a kid, and so there's a lot of like emotion that you connect with it. I'm in the same boat for a lot
I
of
got a
them.
couple that I will die for,
Yeah.
and I have not seen it since.
It's been like 10 years at least.
For
Right.
me, a
20.
little longer.
Oh goodness. Yeah. All right, let's get right into it. Our first segment is going to be a trilogies ranking for Pixar and DreamWorks. I have a list of trilogies. Is going to be a loose term because a lot of these trilogies have four, maybe five movies. But all of them have at least three. We're going to be ranking them based on just probably feeling.
Just vibes.
Um,
Okay.
let's just get right into it. We're just going to shuffle these around as we go. I think one of the criteria that we should have is that we have to agree on the end result.
Okay.
All right. So the movies we're going to be ranking are trilogies we're going to be ranking are How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, Toy Story, Madagascar, and Cars.
Yep. Okay. Great. Great lineup. Great lineup.
Yeah, some quality content in there for sure. Um, off rip, do you feel like you have one that sits at the top for you?
Toy Story.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Toy Story.
It
Came
can't be
out.
Toy Story.
It came out the year I was born. Let's start there.
Yeah.
It set the precedent that CGI animated movies can work.
Yeah.
It was the first of its kind and it blew up. And also it had the I'm going to be on the side of the capitalist. It was a movie that could just, hey, marketing. Every character is a toy. Go buy some. Okay? Go
And
buy
all the
it.
kids ate it up. Yeah.
We
It's true.
have Wild Wild West. We have space. We have silly little animals. We have a lot of things that any kid could just like want to go buy that toy.
Can I make an argument?
Uh-huh.
I think the Toy Story movies do better as individual movies than as a trilogy.
And I agree with you.
So we're ranking trilogies. My argument is that it shouldn't be number one based on that. I think as one, two, three, as three movies that hold space in my heart, yeah, I probably would put it at the top. But I don't think I will put it at the top because I don't think as a trilogy it actually makes very much sense.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass. All right. No, you're right. You're 100% right.
I think How to Train Your Dragon should be at the top.
Okay, hold on. Can we start from the top for all these trilogies?
Yeah. How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, Toy Story, Madagascar, Cars. There's one other trilogy that I might put.
I don't have a solid answer yet. So let's just talk each franchise individually.
Okay.
I don't think you're right, and I might not be right. Who knows? So
I
let's
think,
go.
okay, How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know. I don't even know if you've seen all of them.
I haven't seen the third one.
Okay. All three movies are phenomenal. And each movie plays into the next one, and every single movie, there's growth for all the main characters and the dragons. And the finale ties it up in a bow so nicely, and it's kind of heartbreaking, but also really sweet, and it's great. All three movies have great villains. DreamWorks always cooks with their villains every single time.
They do.
And for that reason, I think How to Train Your Dragon is the top of the list for this, because I think there are all of these trilogies have great movies, have great stuff in them, but How to Train Your Dragon was just like solid all the way through.
The first two were really solid.
And the second one was better than the first one.
I disagree. I thought the first one was better.
There's no way you think that.
I did.
That's crazy.
I don't know, something about the mom and the dad just like immediately hitting things off like shit's sweet. I don't know.
She is sweet. He
not
thought she
sweet.
was dead.
She's not sweet for real. She was a deadbeat, and then she pulled up, and then no one cared.
She wasn't
that she was
a
gone.
deadbeat. She realized she couldn't live in that universe because they were killing dragons. She wasn't about it. So she stayed away. She thought it would be better if she wasn't there.
I'm just being a hater.
I know you are. Bullshit.
It was really sad whenever Toothless was over here having a little rampage. That was so sad. Like, please get your shit together, sweet boy.
Kills the dad.
I know, so sad.
Heartbreaking.
Okay, we're going to put it at number 1 for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you that.
Cool.
Madagascar.
That's
We're going to do next.
Bottom of the list, right?
Madagascar is a franchise of straight vibes.
Oh.
Every character is fun.
Yeah,
And I will say, after the third movie, that was their downfall.
I agree.
Come here, boy. All right.
Thank you.
After the third one, we start pivoting. We're focusing on little side movies and TV shows for the penguins, side movie TV shows for the lemurs.
Yeah.
But I will say, you jump in, every character is so damn fun.
It's true.
Everyone's a vibe.
It's true.
And everybody had like a motive. Everyone had just straight personality, and like the chemistry of each dynamic is just fully fleshed out. So I would say for consistency, the first 3 were really, really good.
I agree. I think
And it's an easy watch. It doesn't need to be that deep.
100%.
It's just a casual, easy watch.
Yes. And that's why it's lower on the list, is because it like there's not much depth. There's not much emotion when I'm watching it. It's just fun. Like, I just enjoy laughing at the characters. But me and Addie watched the first Madagascar recently, and it didn't hold up as well as I wanted it to. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like, all of the characters were really funny, but by the end of the movie, I was like, oh my God, it's an hour and a half long movie, and I'm still like, all right. I kind of want to do something else. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
I don't know about bottom of the list, though.
I actually agree with that. I take that back.
Okay. So you put 5? Or going over 5? Hold on, let me write this down.
6.
There's 6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me take out my handy dandy notebook.
HTTYD.
How to train your...
I just said it.
I know. You said it fast. Okay. Shrek. You go first on this one.
I think Shrek holds up pretty well as a trilogy. Again, I think it ranks lower because it just doesn't hold as much like weight for me. Like, I don't think about that movie as fondly as I think of Toy Story or How to Train Your Dragon or some of the other movies on this list. And some of the tropes started feeling repetitive. I think they did some interesting things with the later movies that were fun, but it, like at the end of the day, it was kind of just same shit.
Trying to hold on to that fame.
Yeah.
Hold on to that grip that Shrek has.
And Donkey, yeah. So I think that's where it falls short for me.
But we are still talking about the first 3.
Correct.
I just like Toy Story. I got to give this one its flowers in the sense that it created movies. It greenlit movies that are able to be more relevant. We
Agreed.
brought back these cool fables
Hmm.
that are pretty canonically accurate, and it kind of shed light in a sense that there's funny to all of these old fables that we grew up with.
Hmm.
And then also we can have pop culture references, and we can have a little more crude jokes that actually are, I don't know, gate kept.
Yeah.
As the older you get,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
nonchalant, but the older you get, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's inappropriate. I
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
peep that at all when I was a kid.
For sure. And it like set the bar that parents can enjoy the movies their kids are watching
Mm-hmm.
too. You know. I honestly feel like we've strayed away from that a little bit
We have.
with recent movies, or they try too hard with that trope.
It's a fine line. I would prefer kid movies to be kid movies, and I think that trying to squeeze in inappropriate jokes,
Hmm.
you probably shouldn't.
It didn't feel like
But
the
Shrek did
Shrek
it well.
movies were trying to squeeze them in. It just felt like they were natural. Um, and that was great. Man, could have included Ice Age.
No, it would have been bottom.
Really? You think so?
Yes, because I wasn't even thinking about Ice Age the whole time we were talking about this episode.
It wouldn't have been bottom. Uh, but anyways,
Um, I don't know. I do like Shrek. You couldn't get me to watch two or three again. I just don't care for them.
me neither. I agree.
I
That's
just think
lower on
that
my list for sure. I think
Shrek 1 is a huge punch
is
of
it above
greatness.
Madagascar or below?
I think it's below Madagascar.
Really?
I'm not watching. I mean, I can watch The Last Wish, and I can watch like some spin-offs of um Shrek,
Mm-hmm.
but also I could watch. I watched the Lemur show, and I like watching the penguins. I love the penguins, so I'm watching spin-offs on Madagascar. I was
Okay.
as a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah.
really cared for the
Okay.
spin-offs growing up with Shrek,
I'll give that. I'll give that. Shrek below Madagascar.
and
Not one I thought would happen, but
also Shrek 3. I love you, Daddy. That stays in my brain.
yeah.
So that's the only thing they have after the first
Do the
movie for
roar.
me. Do the roar. So I'm gonna say it's under Madagascar.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Kung Fu Panda.
I'll be honest with you. I never watched them. I watched the first one.
The second one, this is a hot take of mine, is better than most movies in the trilogies we're ranking.
I don't know. I don't know why I avoided them. I just
It
didn't
is
care to.
it is such a good movie.
And I believe you. I've heard nothing but good things about them.
Mm-hmm.
And China like loves those movies because how
Mm-hmm.
accurate it is to their culture, and I respect the heck out of that.
It's definitely third on my list.
3.
Mm-hmm.
It's number 2. Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Well, let me just do Kong. I'm gonna put Kong/Kong because we don't know
Kong.
what number 2 is yet.
Yeah, we do. Toy Story.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I am gonna agree with you because we're still cranking out Kung Fu Pandas and they're great.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The whatever one they just came out with, I was not a fan of, but I'm not counting that in the trilogy portion.
Okay.
Like I'm not counting Toy Story 4 in the trilogy of what we're talking about.
Number 4 was ass. Toy Story.
I concur. Number 5 is coming out this year. The last one, right,
Mm-hmm.
is Cars. As a trilogy, bottom of my list. I enjoy Cars 2.
Do you?
I do. I do.
You're
I think it's
stupid.
fun, but I recognize it's a terrible movie.
Okay, okay.
It's one of my like
And I'm gonna
guilty
give you that.
pleasures. I like Mater. I think he's fucking hilarious. But it is a bad movie and I have no idea where the fuck it came from. They went straight sideways after Cars 1 with that. And then they went back for number 3. Like
And
nothing
number
happened.
three is,
Number 2 was a fever dream, and then number 3 was like, oh god, what?
yeah, back to our roots.
Yeah,
And it was a nice yin to number one's yang. I think number three was really, really, really good.
I agree. I agree.
Um,
So would you put it higher on your list?
I, okay, there's some criteria for me.
Sure.
How often do I think about this franchise?
Okay.
I want to actually think about pop culture impact.
Yeah.
Most
Sure.
little boys, they have Lightning McQueen
It's
Crocs
true.
or a backpack
It's true.
or the hoodie.
It's true. And
Little
Mater's a
boys,
legend.
yes, little boys love cars.
It's true.
Um,
But same with Shrek.
but they're not rocking the drip. There's different types
You
of
think?
pop culture impact. Um, what were yours? You got consistency, overall impact. So that is a criteria. I think that I don't know. So we have How to Train Your Dragon, Toy Story, Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar, Shrek, and Cars in that order.
If we're talking overall impact, Madagascar is lower.
That is true. It has to go down.
Yeah.
No one really talks about that franchise
No.
anymore. It was really peaked up and then it went down.
Yeah.
So I think Madagascar is last. It
Yeah.
has to be.
Yeah.
So I think that order is fine.
Yeah.
I think Cars is 5. I think that's 5th.
Okay. Yep.
But I will say Toy Story is the longest lasting franchise overall and is still churning out. The newest Shrek movie,
But it
um,
shouldn't.
they fan theoried the movie, so they basically rewrote it.
Oh god. I didn't watch. I didn't even know there was a Shrek movie after the third. There's a fourth?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, they're dropping a new one. I think this is the 4th or is it the 5th. I don't know.
I
But there's a
don't
new one that was going to come out 2025.
know. Oh.
But they fan theoried what was going to happen because Zendaya is like their Shrek teenage daughter, and they predicted that she wanted to get out the swamp, and then Shrek wasn't going to let her, and then she was going to do it anyway, and then she learned the hard way, and Shrek comes to protect her and save her, and then they realize that they need to agree to disagree, that she needs to have her wings, but she needs to respect dad, and like that was a whole theory that they predicted, and then they completely like
Scrapped it?
postponed
I'm so
the
dead.
release because that's the most
Good.
stereotypical formula in the world when it
Yeah.
comes to father, son,
Yeah.
or daughter, child.
Here's my problem with the Toy Story 4 and 5 movies is they are relying so heavily on the fact that it is a beloved series and they're going to make money on those Toy Story movies for as long as they make them. And
That
that
is true.
pisses me off a little bit.
Toy Story, the new one, is going to be about their new op is tablets. It can get meta. It can get meta too fast when it comes to these type of movies where these franchises need to just end it.
Anymore. Shut the fuck
I think
up.
that I didn't like number 4 and I didn't really like number 3, but the themes are solid. Every character is very consistent in what drives them. And Woody had his closing
Yeah.
arc in 4,
Yeah. Well,
1 and 3.
I think they had him in 3.
No, they all had it in 3.
Yeah. 4 felt like y'all just like created more lore, are building this other story, and now you're making it a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Should have
respect.
ended with Andy.
Yeah, I respect How to Train Your Dragon because I don't think they're going to make another one. I think they're done. Like they closed the arc. It's a solid story. Now we're done. Cap it to that. I respect that more than like continuing something and making, even if it is a good story. Even if you do create something else to say, like Breaking Bad, close it down.
Mm-hmm.
We're good. El
Or if you're going
Camino.
to keep going with it, you better make it make sense and you better make it good,
Yeah.
which they did.
Right, right. And the spin-offs were like prequels
Mm-hmm.
for
And it added
characters.
too.
Exactly, exactly. And so like yeah, like that main storyline's closed. We're done with those characters.
I think that the biggest issue that we're going to face no matter what, so I feel like it's kind of a mute point to even be mad about. We
Yeah.
are bitching about right now, but it's
I'm still gonna be mad about it.
Toy Story, for example, came out the year I was born, 1995. Shut up. So they already had the fan base, me. 30-year-olds grew up with this movie, right? And
Yeah.
so now we're trying to keep the fans that are 30, and people my age should be having kids.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm going to put my kid on game if I had one, I don't, with Toy Story. So now we have two solid generations to grow up with this franchise. That's more money.
Yep.
We're going to buy the toys because the merchandising for these kids' movies
Their
are primitive.
timing was great.
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly what they're doing. Yeah, they're gonna keep doing it. Maybe they're decent movies.
A good chunk of these studios' revenue is merchandising.
Yeah, for sure. And my main problem is that like if you're gonna keep something going, make a decent story.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really care about the direction they're taking it in. They're trying to say something, and like it's a fucking kids movie. Make it fun. Make the characters interesting. Give it a nice, exciting story.
I don't know if this is even true, but there was like this little Pixar theory that most of those movies during that time period were all brainstormed in one lunch period. Like
Really?
yeah. And then they just ate this one lunch, and then they just made all these ideas.
They're like, all right, you go do that one, you go do that one.
Yeah.
I kind of love that. If that were true, I wouldn't mind.
But yeah, originality is dying for kids' movies because they don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to is the worst part.
They're just pumping them out.
They just pull out some assets from little floppy disks and then refresh them.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But I do enjoy them for what they are. And also, we're not the audience anymore.
Exactly. And that's kind of something I feel like we have to come to terms with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's our ranking? One more time. Our ranking for trilogies from Pixar and DreamWorks is...
How to Train Your Dragon is number 1. Toy Story is number 2. Kung Fu Panda is number 3. And then, what did we do? I don't know what I wrote down. Yeah. Shrek is number 4. Cars is number 5. And then we have Madagascar as number 6.
I like it.
That had the shortest bell curve. Madagascar.
Yes. Yeah. All right. You want to do short overrated, underrated before we get into some 28?
You go first. What's your first overrated, underrated?
Okay. So the way this works, I'm going to say a movie. We're going to count down and at the same time say whether we think it's overrated or underrated. What do I want to do? Let's do... Okay. Rango.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Rated.
Underrated. Rango is one of my favorite animated movies of all time.
Really?
And not only that, but it's one of the only Western movies I enjoy. I fucking hate Westerns. That one is so fun.
Really?
It is such a fun movie. All of the characters are interesting. The arc is really enjoyable and fun. It's emotional at points. The message is great. Johnny Depp eats as Rango. It's funny as shit. And the villain is so fucking cool. He's so cool. I think it's so underrated. One of the more underrated animated movies.
I watched it when it first came out. It just never pulled me at all. For me, it was just a watch, and I was like, all right,
I think
interesting.
You need to rewatch it.
I probably do.
Maybe I'm gonna say it. It's an animated movie for adults.
I could agree with you.
I'm gonna see if I can get away with that. Yeah, I just think it like, and the animation style also is like it's
really
gorgeous.
Cool. It's really cool.
They do a lot of interesting things with it, and I appreciate that about them.
It was a fun artistic liberty the way that they animated the movie. Mm-hmm. It was a gamble for sure.
100%.
Went against the grain.
Yep. What's yours?
All right, let's get controversial. Wall-E.
Oh no, Tristan.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Rated.
Overrated.
You motherfucker.
Here, I'm ready.
What is wrong with you? Why?
Wall-E is great. I love Wall-E.
Okay.
I've watched it multiple times. I even watched the little spin-offs, the little short films on Disney Plus. Really cute. The first half of Wall-E was an epic. It was so good. I don't care for the second half.
The second half being
the AI ship, and then we just have to fix it, and then we are on Earth, and we're all fat fucks, and then we're just gonna figure it out.
That's like the last.
I felt rushed.
10, because it wasn't the second half. It was the last 10%.
I don't like how it ended.
Why?
It makes no sense. They all died.
Won.
They
no,
all
they
died.
Didn't.
They all died.
No, they didn't.
They're not going to survive.
Why not?
They're pudgy fucks. Bleep that. I need to relax. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
You're gonna get canceled. I disagree. It is such a fun movie, and like I feel like the reason that I don't care about that is because that wasn't really the point. The point is that like Wall-E
I like the journey.
Gets injured saving like winning, and then Eve has to take him to his home once they get on the planet, and she saves him, and they get there happily ever after. That's the ending I care about. The humans living, I don't really give a fuck about. So, that's crazy, dude.
I could watch the first hour of that movie and just turn it off and be fine.
I want them to make a live action of that movie. I think that would be interesting. Make the steering wheel captain kind of more creepy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be fun.
Like a 2001 The Space Odyssey type beat.
Right.
That would be kind of cool.
Kind of sick. That's one of the animated movies. I'm like, I feel like y'all could cook with that.
You could.
Just saying.
I just don't. I love the movie. I just don't care for the second half.
Okay.
I don't care for how it ended. And I think we're really just chokeholding Wall-E's adorableness. That's what we think about the most. Wall-E, they made him
That's
really
the whole
cute.
Movie. He's adorable.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think it should have the chokehold that it does. Is what I'm trying to say.
I disagree. That's the whole point of a kids movie. It's to latch onto a character that you love for the rest of your life.
This is my opinion.
All right, my turn to be controversial. Up. 3, 2, 1. Overrated.
Rated, Galen.
Overrated. The only reason people care about that movie is the first fucking 2 minutes of that film, which are heartbreaking. The rest of the movie is not that enjoyable. It's not that interesting. The villain is forgettable as shit. I bet you don't even remember what the villain is.
Yeah, he's like this old aviation guy. I do remember.
Okay, well,
so
you're
wrong.
Never say his name. So
I don't know anybody's name.
Whatever. I'm using that as my excuse. I don't find it that interesting. I don't remember very much from that movie. It didn't touch my heartstrings the way it does other people. I think people adore that movie, and I just don't get it.
Um, the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes do really set a perfect foundation of leaving your impression. But I disagree that the rest of the movie is stupid. I'm always going to support the trope of a grumpy old man, a young, lovable idiot, and how that softens him up. And then the young man, or the young person, he just starts getting wise over this old man's just grumpiness. I love that relationship more than anything. It's one of my favorite dynamics of any form of media. I love me a grumpy old man, a silly little fella. Soften him up. I love it. I don't really care for the talking dogs. I think that's OD. I never really cared for it.
Yeah.
And I know that's half of the appeal of the movie.
And that ostrich thing. I don't know. There was just like the villain didn't interest me. The dog didn't interest me. I don't know. The laughing points of that movie weren't interesting to me. And it just, I don't know. That's too many uninteresting things for me.
Well, it's crazy. I feel like we need to disclose every single time. Well, it's just not for us. We're not the audience. But I'm still going to stand 10 toes down on my 30-year-old self that you're wrong. And Wall-E is overrated. Up is rated.
You're wrong.
It's rated perfectly.
You're wrong.
Because it's not even that hyped up.
It is that hyped up. People fucking love that movie. They love that movie, and the only thing that they bring up about that movie is the first 2 minutes.
Okay, it was just a really good 2 minutes. Sorry that they ate.
You should be.
They ate down.
They can eat down. Eat down with the rest of the movie. Fuck. I don't know, man. Do you have any more? Do you want to keep going with this? Or
Megamind.
Oh. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Underrated.
Cheers me.
Underrated.
Underrated as fuck. I agree fully. Why?
I think that they were early for their times. I feel like if they dropped it a couple years later, it would have been a slam dunk. Mm-hmm. I think that it was a really fun commentary on superheroes and humanizing the villain, and then humanizing the superhero as well. We're sure,
want to do it.
This is what happens whenever you do have your life handed to you on a silver platter as a superhero. Like his little existential crisis.
He just wants to play the guitar.
That's it. And also, some people are, in a sense, created to be evil. We can get social political about it.
Yeah. No, it's true.
And it's just a really deep movie. And it has, I don't know, it has some of the boys, Invincible type of elements, but make it kid.
Agreed.
Where there's different themes that you can actually ponder on.
And that's harder to do. I think what they're doing with the boys and Invincible is actually really easy. Because all you're doing is saying, oh, superheroes can be bad. But Megamind is it's this weird line where every single one of them, even the villain, what's his name? Red curly hair guy. Even him, you kind of get it. You kind of get it.
And that's really, really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I concur. Good take.
Thank you.
My last one, Incredibles 2. 3, 2, 1. Overrated. Thank you. Cheers.
Overrated, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That movie sucked.
Yeah. It was just not a good movie. The twist was predictable. It was funny.
Sure.
But
I'd hope it had that.
But while you were laughing, you were oh, I can tell they were trying to do something with this. That raccoon bit. I did laugh. It's fucking funny, but I could just tell they were trying to make that a bit,
They needed to go darker to make it work.
I agree.
They needed to have more adult themes. I think that the antagonist was in love with Mrs. Incredible, and I think that should have been an element. They were cheating. They were having an affair. That's how I
I
translated
would
it.
have liked that movie a lot more if they did that. Yeah.
I would have, because like this hyper fixation literally makes no sense unless they're gay.
She also did look gay.
She was very gay.
She saw him as incredible from the first movie, the way we saw him as incredible from the first movie.
Yes,
Like,
and I get it.
I want a
like,
piece of that.
I too would be into that. So, I think that they didn't have enough stakes. Frozone obviously carried, in my opinion. I loved his scenes. He is so sick.
Yeah, that character is just.
He's so fun.
He's always gonna cook.
And I don't know. That movie just didn't do it for me.
I agree.
And I do have an issue, which is the same reason why I never liked My Hero Academia, the anime. The powers are stupid.
Yeah. All the characters they introduced, I was like, what are we
Your
doing?
powers are dumb. It's not fun.
No, it's not.
I'm real big on power scaling and like the power
Agreed.
system of these type of universes. It was just corny and lame.
Agreed. Yeah. And let's be real. They wanted to make money. That was the only reason they made it. That was the only reason they made that movie. Because they didn't even go off of the original idea, which was like the Underminer. You know, like they turned him into a like, oh, we beat him real quick, and now let's move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, whatever. Anyways, that was my last one. I only had 3.
Okay.
You got one more?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
I don't believe you.
All right, so because I don't even know if I mean it, and I'm not going to say it.
Crazy. Fair enough. All right. We're going to be getting into our reviews for 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Is it The Bone Temple or Bone Temple? I think it's The Bone Temple.
I wrote Bone Temple.
Let's give our scores out of 10 first, and then non-spoiler reviews.
Okay.
And then spoiler reviews. I can't remember.
I didn't do the formula for this one.
That's fine. You can wing it.
Okay.
Make sure it's a point.
I need to be performative about it for sure.
Laughably. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
8.7.
5.7.
8.57. Pretty performative. I give it an 8.71 personally.
Okay. Personally, me?
Okay.
What's after that?
3. 8.73.
7.13.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Non-spoilers.
Non-spoilers.
Great movie. Better than 28 Years Later. Explored a lot of interesting things that 28 Years Later, the first one, didn't go as deep into. All of the characters, very interesting. The antagonist, phenomenal.
So fun.
Jack O'Connell, I think.
Jack O'Connell.
O'Connell. Dude, he's cooking. He's eating. He plays villains like no other.
He's really bringing back early 2000s, just campy villains. If you put that role with anybody else, you would have been like, ugh.
Agreed.
This is hard to watch. But
Agreed.
He is able to create this, not comedy, but like I don't know, he's just very eccentric.
Yes. Yeah.
And
you
kind of
like, yeah. Everything he does is so despicable, but at the same time, you're kind of like, oh.
This is fun. Like,
yeah. Beautiful movie. Nia DaCosta does a phenomenal job shooting this. She really knew how to. I liked what she did with it more than I liked what Danny Boyle did with the first one, 28 Years Later. I think she just knew where to take it from there. which was cool.
And she also took artistic liberties during the shooting. And you can tell, because both movies were shot back to back, and you can see the differences on the direction styles.
100%.
And I think Danny Boyle didn't do a bad job.
He has a very specific style.
Yes.
And I think he had a very specific style in mind for the first one that Nia was kind of like, eh. And I agree with her.
But I feel like in conjunction, they work really well together.
Agreed.
If it's back to back, which it was, which I'm really glad it was.
That's one thing I definitely feel like helped Bone Temple a lot was the fact that it came out so soon after.
But it isn't doing good right now in terms of like box office numbers because I feel like they should have set the precedent that part 2 is coming out really, really soon. So people aren't like expecting this to be a standalone because the first one is not a good standalone.
I agree.
It's a horrible standalone, actually.
I agree.
It's a setup movie.
Yes. And that's what I felt watching it was 28 years later, set up for what's coming. Bone Temple really killed it for me. Yeah, go fucking watch it. It's really good.
Really,
go watch
really
it
good.
in theaters, surround sound, IMAX, ultra screen, whatever. Like it's worth it. It's really fun. That scene with Ray Fiennes.
Every scene
with Ray Fiennes. Oh, he's so good. But that scene,
I wouldn't argue and say he. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Are we doing spoilers yet?
No, not yet. Yeah, he adds so much to the movie. The themes they explored were really interesting and I think played off of the first one really well, but went deeper and in different directions, and that was really cool. Yeah, great movie.
Did a lot of things that were kind of unpredictable. I had a lot of theories on what this movie was going to be about, but I was pretty dead wrong, which is good.
About it.
I'm glad that it wasn't a predictable formula.
Yeah.
I don't really have that many gripes about the movie.
Yeah.
Other than the third one is going to come out soon enough.
Right.
And that's a great complaint
Yeah. No, for
to
sure.
have. Like, I'm really excited for where they're going to go with these years.
I'm hoping
later.
that the box office success of it isn't going to.
I don't think it will. I think it's going to be a slow burn.
I agree.
I could argue and say this is going to be like a newer cult classic because
I agree.
The script itself is just really, really, really good.
Yep.
And Jack O'Connell and Ralph Fiennes, their performances were stellar.
Yep.
Especially whenever they are in the same scene together, it was just great. Like it's.
Yeah.
So
it was
a masterclass.
Everyone's chemistry is phenomenal, and the way that they tie the story together just makes a lot of sense. It's really cool. That's all I have for non-spoilers. You want to go?
Can we spoil now?
Let's go into spoilers. All right. Spoiler warning. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it in theaters. Come back and hear our thoughts. Go.
Okay. So, should we... Okay. So...
Don't preface the movie. You don't have to explain it.
I don't know where to start.
What was good about the movie?
What was good about the movie?
Everything good. Let's go through high points.
I liked how in the first one, Spike was the protagonist. I would argue and say that Ralph Fiennes' character was the protagonist. Ian was the focal point of this movie.
Yes.
The closure of his life in all of his work for this Bone Temple, we saw it full circle.
Yep.
And the way that he could see humanity in everybody. There's a lot of imagery of how these nurture of life. We have Samson, whenever he turned, he was a kid on the train,
Mm-hmm.
and he turned into this alpha monster, and Ian could see that inner child, and that's why he treated him with such kindness.
Mm-hmm.
And same that happened with Jimmy. He turned into this monster, this cult leader, because of something that happened when he was a child.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have in the progress of Spike, where he is not having the best childhood right now. And it's very important to see how this is going to turn him down the road. He's a really sweet boy. He can't do the evil stuff right now.
Yeah.
And is that going to be a solid part of him that doesn't waver? Or is he going to have some issues down the road with what is right and wrong?
Yep. Yeah.
And at the very end, we also have Cillian Murphy, who is the guy for this franchise. He's the poster child for this franchise. And we get to see what proper upbringing in this post-apocalyptic world will have. Because I know that his daughter is a fucking badass. And she's super intelligent.
I'm excited to see the ways that they play with the dichotomy between his daughter and Spike. Because I think that'll be an interesting arc in the last one. Yeah, they, like this one didn't feel like a setup movie, but they set up the third. They're setting up the third one so well. Like, I don't feel like I know entirely where they're gonna go, but there's a lot of interesting things that they ended on that I'm excited to see play out in the third one. Samson, he is speaking. He's getting attacked by the zombies now, which means, is he free of the virus? Did Kelson figure it out? How are they going to play with, okay, now we have a cure of sorts to this virus? I'm interested to see the way that they play with that. Killian's wife, R.I.P.
Yes. Has to be.
Yeah, gotta be. So, raising daughter by himself, like, what does that look like? What has that been like? How has their story progressed behind the scenes? Interested to see the way.
Is that going to affect Spike's idea on like what type of man his dad is whenever he decides to actually go back? Because he never once considered going back.
No.
After all this stuff in Bone Temple.
Yeah.
And that's interesting.
Agreed.
We also have the hybrid baby.
Hybrid
that probably
baby
has the virus in it.
Yeah, we didn't see any of that hybrid baby in the second movie.
He never went back home, and they perfectly wrapped up two subplots that they alluded to in the first one.
One of the Jimmies, we're gonna see more of her.
She was great. Kelly is her government name. Kelly was the most interesting finger.
Agreed.
One of my gripes was...
We're talking about good right now.
Okay. So, we're talking about good.
I loved the way that they introduced music into this movie as like an atmosphere thing, but using Ralph Fiennes' character Ian to like play those songs.
Yeah, that makes
on his record player.
That's genius.
And which kind of plays into what you're talking about with him being the protagonist. Like he is kind of setting the scene for this movie. He laid the groundwork, and the arc kind of revolves around his character for both plot lines with Samson and Jimmy. And so that's really cool. And the music was fucking amazing. It was awesome. It was so good.
You put Radiohead in a movie.
Cooking.
You already did a great job.
You got me
That's
hooked.
literally bare minimum it should be.
Yep.
I liked what they're doing with the rage virus, actually. Now, I did have some gripes from the first one. It being the first alpha that we were introduced to seemed as if he can control nature.
With the birds.
With the birds,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he was controlling those deer. And I know for a fact he can send zombies over.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of just completely dismissed that after that instance, and I was upset because those are cool little powers
It's true.
that you can have.
It's true.
But I do think that we're gonna have some back and forth with another alpha in the next movie. But what Ian was able to hypothesize correctly was, okay, so you be attacking kids and babies, so like you're not attacking because you feel for your life. And just, I've never seen a zombie movie
Or if you
explore
are
what's going
attacking
on.
for fear of your life, it's because you see something that's
Mm-hmm.
not right.
And then
Which they explored with like showing, they showed Samson's perspective for so much of the movie, like seeing the red through the red lens with all the zombies like walking around, like that's his perspective. And then they show him attacking the um, that one guy at the start of the second movie, and he looks like a zombie, you know. And so like, yeah, having that insight into like what what is the reason these zombies are doing what they're doing, like is it bloodlust, is it like fear, like what are they playing into? I don't think we've ever seen this
no,
reasoning before, and that's
and
awesome.
it is excusable because it's technically they're not zombies, they're infected,
Right.
which is good.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that they're just experiencing violent psychosis, and that's
Mm-hmm.
such a cool concept
Mm-hmm.
that I'm really excited to see them explore.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the cure, what how are they going to pull that off if they even do?
Yeah.
That's going to be really, really cool.
To see.
And him not having control over other zombies is another interesting element. He might have to go toe to toe with another alpha or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like regardless of getting bit, like he's good now.
Yeah, he's straight.
He's straight, which is
It's a mindset.
yeah.
The rage is a mindset. Is what they're. That's literally
Yeah,
what
I know. It's just funny.
they're
to
setting
think about.
down. It's so cool. It's so cool what they're going to do with that.
Yeah.
And even whenever he woke up that one time, he clothed himself,
Yeah.
and then he ate that fruit, that little berry,
Mm-hmm.
a little symbolic.
Yep. And he's
reborn.
exploring nature again. He's seeing all these things. He's remembering. Yeah, I like it. I also, one of the things that I noticed was I feel like when zombie infected movies um, come out, they either use zombies as the monsters in the movie, like that is the antagonist, or they use it as a background to shape this world in which they're exploring, right? They've done both
Mm-hmm.
with these movies. 28 years later, the first one that came out last year was definitely more like the zombies are the background. We're showing you this world. We're showing the civilization which Spike comes from. He's trying to get to this doctor who's living in the woods, you know. And so the zombies are like are kind of used as this like plot device, which is fine. Like I don't have a problem with that. And they also explore what the zombies are like more, what the infected are like more, whatever. And then the second movie plays a lot more into the like humanity, um, less focused.
How is it affecting the people in
Mhm.
this world?
Yeah,
And
less focused on the zombies and how they fit in the world, which honestly kind of was a part of a gripe I had as well. Um, it felt like where the hell are these zombies? You know?
yeah, Nia DaCosta actually she demanded more zombies in this movie, which I'm glad that she did that.
Agreed. Um, but it's cool to get both sides of that, you know. I'm glad that the second movie was centered around this antagonist who is a human who is using this outbreak of infected to like fuel his um desires.
Mm-hmm. He
Fuel
is a troubled
his agenda.
person. He is an echo chamber of what was before um, the zombie outbreak
Mm-hmm.
because he's obsessed with the Teletubbies.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly, so like that's all he will talk about. Even
Yep.
Kelly was talking about that. She's like, I've heard the story a million times,
Mm-hmm.
and
The world got put on pause for him.
yeah, and he just has a lot of resentment and trauma, and he holds on to these little pop culture references,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
He's stuck mentally and wants everyone to suffer because I feel like he comes across all these people that are in these little communes
Mm-hmm.
doing
They got good stuff.
more or less just fine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not okay with him.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you okay when I suffer?
Yep. Yep. Agreed.
And that's such a
very
that's
interesting.
meaty. That's
very
meaty.
interesting. Yeah.
And that's valid villain motive.
Right. And that kind of plays into like they are creating a very holistic arc for both the zombies and the humans in this universe. We are getting to see all of it, you know, which is something I feel is lacking in most movies in the genre.
I can agree. I'm really excited. Cillian Murphy's back.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a couple of plot points that we can explore to get 2 to 3 more movies, honestly.
I think they're gonna try and wrap it up as a trilogy.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But I do need to see what happens to the baby. I need to see what happens to Samson. I need to see Cillian Murphy be a badass a little bit.
Agreed.
I need him to thump somebody's eyeballs out. I'm gonna need to see it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to see it.
It would be a cool arc for him to have created this kind of like sanctuary and to have left a lot of that behind and have to kind of like take up the mantle again.
Maybe his daughter's in
his
danger and then
daughter.
he just goes absolutely ballistic.
That would.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so sick. Maybe a little flaccid pee comes out one more
Right.
time. Just one more time for the one more time.
Yep.
I think all in all, I would argue and say it's probably going to be at least my top 10 for the rest of the year.
This movie,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. If it's not, we had the best year of my life, movie wise. If my top 10 consists of like the lowest movie being an 8.5,
We're so up. We're so up.
Yeah, they cooked. So, yeah, great.
I have one thing I don't like about the movie.
Let's go into negatives. I have more than one. Can I start with mine since I know
Sure.
yours? I don't like that the baby wasn't explored at all in this movie. I think it's gonna create, if they do explore her in the third movie, or him, whatever the baby was.
It was a girl.
Okay. In the third movie, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit of whiplash since we didn't see that in the second. And so like kind of jumping back into that, which we didn't care about at all in the second movie, feels a little strange to me. I also, I like what you said about the protagonist more so being Ian Kelson and not Spike. However, I would have liked to see a little more growth from Spike's character, because I don't feel like he changed or developed basically at all, at least like that we saw. I'm sure that the events that occur during this movie changed him and hopefully we get to explore that in the third movie, but I would have liked to see more of the ways that happens in this movie. I think the closest we got was when he stabs Jimmy at the end. I feel like that's the closest we come to him having any kind of growth.
Those are your gripes?
Yep.
I disagree with your first point.
Okay.
They gave us like what, 5 different things they can explore in the first one, and they only strictly stuck to two for this movie. It was very concise, it was very focused, and we don't like movies that do too much in that film length. And sure, we could say that it's bold, that they're expecting the third installment, but I'm glad that they focused in what they did. Um, it is weird that Spike doesn't care about going home, in a sense. Like after he got free from being a Jimmy, he maybe should have went home, touch base real quick, but he didn't because we needed Killian Murphy probably.
I think my biggest problem is that like that child has so many repercussions for this world.
Mm-hmm.
That child is very important.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
A zombie had a kid, and that kid is not infected.
There's just
What
so
does
much
that
you would
mean?
have to include in order to even
I
bring it
understand
up.
that. Then maybe they shouldn't have introduced the kid at all in the first one and introduced it in the second one as like, I the kid throughout the first movie felt like a subplot.
Yeah, it was.
Like there was
Definitely. You're right. You're right. You're right on that
she
point.
like popped out, the mom like
Mm-hmm.
grabbed her, and then they just kind of had the kid throughout the entirety of the movie. Didn't even fucking cry. You know? Like it was obvious they didn't really want to explore much. I feel
Yeah.
like they should have just transitioned that somehow. Like maybe Ian's character is working with Samson
Mm-hmm.
and also ends up getting this kid. And so there's like reborn, full grown infected adult, and then newborn baby of infected, and he has to like work with both of those. Like I don't know, do something.
I agree.
That's my biggest gripe.
Um, one of I do have two gripes. The fingers were supposed to be like cream of the crop, badasses. The end of the first one, they were literally doing
Backflip, front flip,
they were doing some crazy
Ninja
stuff.
Turtle shit.
Yeah, out
Power
of
Rangers.
realism. And then in the second one, they did show their fighting prowess at points, but outside of Kelly and the other girl that died, we never saw them be impressive. And Kelly killed three fingers in one fell swoop,
Right.
as if it was nothing.
Right.
Sure, we could argue that she is the best one,
Yeah.
but I don't. It should have been a little more epic.
I
I feel
agree.
like the fights,
I agree.
if we wanted to set the precedent that they are Cirque du Soleil assassins at the end of the first one.
Right.
Another gripe that I have is the forced crucifixion at the end, and him quoting, "Father, Father, why have you forsaken me?" I just don't know why they did that.
Yeah.
I think that it was forced. I think they could have had him envision Satan and like how he disappointed his father, Satan. But I don't think that they should have done all that symbolism personally. I think that it was just kind of weird
I agree.
and it came out of nowhere.
I thought about this last night because, yeah, I wanted to make that point as well, and I didn't want it to come off as just like, oh, I'm a Christian, and you used a quote from my Bible to like do something. And also like I think it's important that we have like reasons for why we don't, you know, why that doesn't sit well with us. I think the reason that quote, I think that's the only problem I have with the use of like Jesus as a parallel to Jimmy is that quote at the end. I think it makes perfect sense for a cult leader in this setting to see the example of Jesus and flip that for his Satanist cult. He's the son of Satan. He's doing this to please his father, and they're going around doing charity. You know,
Right.
their good works are marking people, right? That's fine to me. I think that makes perfect sense. Like, he's a cult leader. Like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants, and I'm glad that, like, it puts a negative inference on whatever he's doing. My issue with that quote is they are taking one of the most important quotes from the God that I believe in, which was Jesus's way of telling the people while he was dying on the cross that, like, look to this reference. This is a quote I am referencing of an Old Testament passage, which like, it is showing that I am God. This is me saying, like, I am the suffering servant. I am the one who's coming to die. It is insurmountably important to the Christian belief, that quote. It means so much. For them to use it in the context they did as a vibe.
In a misinterpretation.
Right. Like, they were trying to take the importance of this quote and use it in this context as a way to make this moment important for Jimmy. It's not fitting in any way. It doesn't share the same importance, because Jimmy was a fraud, and he knew he was a fraud, and he was fake, and that's not what he would have said as he was dying.
No, not at all.
It doesn't seem like it fits the character, and so it just seems like a creative choice that they made as a way to give it a sense of importance, or create some kind of meaning to his death. Yeah, I didn't really like that either. But that was about it.
That was it. Not a lot of gripes.
No. They phenomenal movie. I'm super excited for the third one.
Me too.
Sad it's not coming out super soon, but that's showbiz.
That's just showbiz, baby.
You got anything else you want to say?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah. They
were starting off hot.
Agreed. Great start to 2026. I'm so excited about what the rest of 2026 is going to look like.
Silent Hill next week.
Yep. Review for Silent Hill next week. We'll probably talk about some other stuff. Have a couple of other segments in addition to that. So look out for that video next week. This one, it's dropping Wednesday. So cool. Thank you for watching, guys. Please comment your thoughts. If you agreed with us, if you disagreed with us on either our animated takes or our takes about 28 years, and subscribe. We dearly appreciate the people who have subscribed to this channel and are participating in what we're doing. So, thank you guys. Have a good one.
All right. Anyways.